Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. And many more. And that right there is why I am not a professional singer. And I'm barely an amateur singer too. And that's okay. So I am excited because I'm on my way over to finish making plant purchases for the client we're installing this weekend in Metamora. And then I get to start making purchases for a client in Ann Arbor. And that's exciting. If you wanted me to plant for you or purchase your plants for you and then install them, or just purchase them for you and you install them, you know, find what you're looking for, put a design together, that type of thing, it all starts with a consultation. And I know a lot of times on my page I have been saying, hey, you know, schedule a garden consultation with me today. Or hey, you want to get a garden consult. What this means is, and you might be wondering what all is involved in a garden consultation. So I'm going to tell you. Let's see if the sun can come out. Yay! It was so rainy today, and cloudy and overcast. It felt like the clouds were right at like the, like right at the stop sign or street light levels. They were so low today. It was good for the gardens though. Hi! Don't know who it is that's watching, but hi! Happy Tuesday! And today I'm going to talk about, just real quick, because I'm on my way to the plant store to buy more things for clients. I want to tell you a little bit about what's involved in a consultation. So what happens is you send me a message through my website, and there's if you go to my website, thelazynortherngardener.com, and at the top, I think it'll say consult, or it'll say let's chat, or something like that. You click on that, there's a consultation page. It looks kind of like an email form, and so you can put a topic in there, and then I have boxes that you can check as far as what you're actually interested in, whether it's a new garden or redoing an old garden. There's different options you can check, and there's also a comment box that you can put free text in to tell me what it is that you're looking for. And so that starts the process, and that gets sent to me via an email. Excuse me. And then I can respond back to you via email as well. So if you send me a request for a consultation, please be sure that you check your email, within the next 24 hours, because I'm going to usually respond back within 24 hours. If you don't hear from me after you've sent it in 24 hours, then please resend it, because maybe it went off into the cloud and it went somewhere and it didn't get to me somehow, because that does happen sometimes. So I will respond back to you and I will ask you, hey, what's a good time or day for us to meet? And if I need a little bit more clarification, then I'll ask you some questions before we meet. And if you can let me know, whether you have any critters that you've seen. When I say critters, I mean squirrels, birds, moles, raccoons, deer, rabbits, dogs, cats, and even kids. If you have anything in your yard that might be a threat to your plants, whether it's eating the leaves or digging holes or digging through to roots or stealing the fruit, you can let me know too. And then when I come out, so for example, the client in Metamora has a problem or an issue with chipmunks. There are holes all over the place, and they've seen them active, so they know they have them. So when I scheduled the consultation, I was also able to, when I provided the feedback from the consultation, I'll tell you about that in a minute, I was actually able to give her information about how to deal with chipmunks effectively as well. So let me know what your issue usually is. Several clients have had dogs that dig, and I find out when I get there, which the design may be different, or my suggestions might be different. If I know you have a critter that digs, that's going to affect the kinds of plants I suggest, or the things that we talk about in the consultation. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask them before we meet up too. That will help, because I can gather more information. And I'll say, hey, what's a good day and time? Typically, I can meet during the week in the evenings or the late afternoon, and I can meet usually on the weekends, most of the time. So let me know when you can meet. I'll ask you that. Then we will set up a time, and I will show up, and we will talk. And I'll show up in the rain or the sun or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. The weather's not a concern to me. And like I said, I'm doing a client, and I'm working on a client's garden in Metamora, and I'm working on a client's garden in Ann Arbor. So the distance is not maybe as relevant as you might think as well. I'm in Macomb Township, because I like to drive. Now, I may have to tack mileage on, like if I do a quote. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So in a consultation, I'm going to walk around your yard, and you're going to tell me what area you're looking to make some changes with. And I'm going to give it some looks. I'm going to check the sun, the shade, the other plants that are around there. I'm going to look for evidence of critters. Maybe there's deer poop or rabbit poop or holes. I'm going to take lots of pictures of the area from different angles, so I can get a better viewpoint. I'm going to ask you what it is that you're looking for. Is it, are you looking to plant a vegetable and fruit garden, an orchard, or did you want perennials? Do you want a pollinator garden? Do you just want a lot of color? You want a low maintenance garden? That kind of thing. And then I can let you know what's actually feasible in the area that you are considering. So if it's low light, probably shade plants and even herbs. Lots of herbs will grow pretty well in the shade. They don't need the sunshine. But if you want fruit or vegetables or flowers, you probably are going to need at least, they say full sun is 6 hours, but you may need a little bit more than that for the plants to perform at their best. So I'll give you that feedback about that area. And on the way in, I'm also going to be scoping out your property and just kind of checking out and seeing what's going on. And I may take some pictures on the way in, and I may take some pictures after we look at the particular area. And then what I'll do is, we can walk around your land, and I can make recommendations here and there and here and there. If you've got holes in the trees, or if maybe you're getting a leaky basement, we could talk about solutions for that, or potential solutions. And I would turf that kind of thing out. I would say find somebody that can do a French drain or gutter work or whatever it might be. If there's trees that you really like and you're not sure if you can keep, I can tell you how to keep them healthy. And then everything that we talk about, everything I discuss with you, I'm actually going to do a write-up, and I'm going to section it off. So for example, the alley behind the garage, I will have taken some photos. I would have talked about, what you've done in the past and what insights I have. Like maybe it's full shade and I do see that rabbits could be present, and then I'll make recommendations based on that. So that's one section. And then I might have another one that says like front shrubs, and I'll have photos, and I'll have written up what we talked about and the history, everything that you told me about and what you want to see and and then I'll give you insights about why we can or can't do what it is you wanted, and I'll give you recommendations, like step-by-step recommendations. And so whatever we've discussed, and it's going to be an hour long, so make sure you got your questions ahead of time if possible, of all your different areas. And then whatever we've discussed and looked at and I've taken photos of, like I said, I'm going to put it in the consultation. Almost like if you've ever had like a home inspector come out and they take pictures of your roof or your siding or holes in the house or whatever it might be, and then they tell you, they describe it. That's what I'm going to do in the consultation. And so many clients have consultation reports that are 5-6 pages long with my recommendations. So maybe I'm only working on one particular area, But with the consultation feedback that you get back, you can go and work on the other different areas if you like. So it would be 1 hour long. It would be, I'd like to do it in person if at all possible, and I like to do it in the daylight, to take a look at your yard in the daylight. It's best that way. Virtual can be done, but I really need a lot of detailed information before I'm okay with a virtual consult, because I really want to give you the best information that I can give you, and actually seeing what's going on is going to be better. So maybe you want me to plant in an area that's full sun, but when I get there, I notice that, and I go to do the consultation, I notice that there are vines of poison ivy going through the middle of the garden. Well, that's going to change the level of work. It's going to be a higher difficulty level of work dealing with the poison ivy to eliminate it, and then to make sure it doesn't come back, and then to plant, and being careful with all that stuff. So we'll meet face to face. It'll be about an hour, and then you'll get a write-up from the report. And then if there's things that we've talked about that you want me to actually do, I will write up a quote for you, and I will say, whether it includes the cost of plants or whether it's just the labor involved. And I'll kind of put it in a stepwise fashion, and I'll usually include, like at the end, it'll say like fall bulb planting, and I'll tell you how much it costs me it would cost you to have me come out and plant for you. But those are all optional. So when I see different things and I write it up in the consultation, I'm really, in the quote itself, I'm going to focus on what you asked me to look at, because that's what you have in mind. But if I see other opportunities, and maybe it wouldn't be that much work, or that it wouldn't be that much cost to you, I might throw them in the quote as well. And it's just a quote, it's an estimate. So it may come in a little bit lower, it may come in a little bit higher, but I'm telling you what to expect so that we all are on the same page. Oh, good. Looks like they're still open. Yes. I'm over at Telly's in Shelby Township. I don't know what time they close. Maybe 7. Watch, I'll have 10 minutes. So after I send you the consultation, I'll send you the consultation write-up. I'll send you the quote so you know what to do. And then you have the chance to review everything I give you. And you can say yay or nay. And if you have more questions, you can ask me questions about it. If you don't understand something I gave you, you can ask me questions as well. And then if you make a decision to have me do any work for you, then you would send me a 50% deposit from the quote, and then the other half of the balance would be due on the day that I come and plant for you. So that's how that works: the consultation, and then the quote, and the consultation write-up. And the consultation currently is at $150. It's $150 per consultation. And like I said, you're going to get a whole lot of educational material. You will get a quote for work that you can look at. You will have questions answered. That's part of what I love to do, is research, and then education. So I love to give people lots and lots of information. Sometimes it might be a little bit of overload, but if I said it out loud to you at the consultation in person and you didn't catch it all, you're going to have it repeated in the report as well. And I'm going to make sure that I explain it all out in words that you could look up on your own if you wanted to. So that's how a consultation works. And I'm going to see if I can scoot in here and buy some plants for people. Yay! So I love you all. Happy Tuesday. And this is Tammy Lowe, the Lazy Northern Gardener. Learn and grow, and learn and grow, and learn and grow some more. And plant at least one flower or one vegetable or one fruit this year. Or maybe 1 or 2 more than what you did last year. Because you can always give the stuff away. Or you can always, leave it on their doorstep and ring the doorbell and run. Anyway, I love y'all. And have a good Tuesday. And I will catch you later. Bye.